So August 16th, 2025, Saturday. It is about 4:30 p.m. Toronto, Pearson Airport, Terminal 1 arrivals area. And Air Canada flight attendants are on strike as of 1 a.m. this morning. They have been in negotiations with Air Canada for several months now. Main points: unfair working conditions. Flight attendants are currently not being paid for duties they perform pre-boarding and post-deplaning. And there are also salary issues. And this only started getting media coverage about 10 days ago. So last week, flight attendants voted overwhelmingly in favor of a strike. About 99% of them voted. On Monday at this spot, they staged a peaceful protest, and I filmed it, so please check out that video. They also staged a peaceful protest at several other Canadian airports. And Wednesday, at about 1 a.m. Eastern Time, they gave a 72-hour strike notice. So I just talked to a couple of flight attendants there, and they said they're not allowed to say anything on camera. Only their media representatives are allowed to do it. So there are more flight attendants there picketing at that end. So for now, I will go inside Terminal 1 to see what is happening. And also, I don't want to film any more over here because a couple of security guards asked me that they don't want to be in the video, so I have to make sure they're not in the frame. So Air Canada began canceling its flights on Thursday. And yesterday, several hundred flights were canceled. And a complete shutdown is expected later today. And so this is Terminal 1. The other commercial airport here is Terminal 3. And Terminal 1 is the terminal from which Air Canada operates all of its flights. And let's look at the departures board. So, yes. Air Canada flights are canceled. Now, Air Canada is part of the Star Alliance Airlines network, and it is a partner there with Lufthansa and United, among others, and their flights are operating. So here, as you see, 1820 to Frankfurt is on time. Now I do see here one more 1820 Minneapolis Air Canada. I don't know if it's a code share flight operated by someone else, but it's still on time. So I guess it's one of the few flights that is still scheduled for later today. So Air Canada is the only airline that is on strike. Other Canadian airlines are not affected. Now, I read this morning that Pearson Airport increased the number of staff here today to help all the passengers affected by this strike. And also Air Canada is asking people whose flights are canceled not to come to the airport. So Air Canada did say that depending on their travel dates. Some people will either be reimbursed or they will be booked on other airlines. But of course, there are many people traveling with Air Canada currently stranded across Canada and abroad. And this is one of the busiest travel times of the year. The school year is starting in about 2 weeks here in Canada for both schools and colleges and universities. And also last week there have been other delays of airport delays due to weather. Currently Toronto is covered in haze and has some of the worst air quality in the world, and there were also operational issues as well. So I think last week like about 18% of flights were canceled. So this right now early to mid-afternoon is usually the busiest time here at Pearson Airport. At this flight you have many domestic flights as well as flights to the US. And of course that's when check-in and boarding begins for international flights, mostly to Europe, Asia, Africa, and Latin America. I don't think there are any flights currently to Australia and the South Pacific from this terminal, and airport actually too. So at this time of year, about 160,000 passengers a day pass through Pearson Airport. It is the largest airport in Canada. And I think on average it handles about 50 million passengers a year. So once again, just look at the departures board. Okay, I see another flight that is scheduled for later today, the Sao Paulo Air Canada, and 10:15 p.m. still is shown as on time. Of course, and as well as here, 8:55 p.m. flight to New York JFK. Still on time, because these are the last flights. I guess by tomorrow it's all going to be grounded. Okay, so here, okay, many flights are either canceled or delayed. So Terminal 1, this is the upper level departures area, and I'm making my way right now one level down. Okay, I can take here one of the elevators, but it's faster here. So this is the level that connects you here. This is the walkway to the parking lot, and also to the platform, to the automated airport link train that takes you to Terminal 3, and also the platform for the Up Express train, which takes you to Union Station, downtown Toronto. And looking here below, that is the arrivals area. So no one is picketing there. So pretty much fewer passengers than in the departures area, and many of those flights are also canceled. So I'm not going to head down there. And by the way, there is one more level below the arrivals level. That is the area where public transit stops. So here is arrivals area. Pretty much not much going on. This is where cars just drop off passengers. And where I'm headed right now is to Terminal 3. So Terminal 3 is right there. So I apologize if there is reflection here, but it's okay. Zooming in on it. Okay, and that, zooming in, this is the platform, the Up Express, which leaves every 15 minutes for Union Station. So Terminal 3 is the other commercial airport at at Pearson. Obviously, there are also cargo and private terminals here, and other Canadian airlines like WestJet, Porter, and Flair fly out of there, as well as several international airlines. So because Air Canada is the only Canadian airline to fly out of Terminal 1. So it'll be interesting to see what's happening there, because one would assume that other airlines would see an increase in business. By the way, the last time I did a video here on the airport link train was May 2020 during the lockdown, and it was an eerie experience because the airport was empty. Only a few staff members, a few flights on the board, and no passengers. So please check out that video. So this is the this is the terminal stop of the airport link train. It's going to head to Terminal 3 and then to the Alt Hotel across the airport. And it stops either at here on this platform on the right or this platform. So the train is here, but I'm not going to get on it because I want to board on the other side so that I can see the airport. And if you are getting on the Up Express to Union, so this is here, just over here. This is the Up Express, and this is where fares can be purchased. Takes about half an hour to get to downtown Toronto. So I was just over there. So here you see flight attendants still on the picket line. So once again, I will not zoom in because, like I mentioned before, a couple of security guards asked me to not include them in the video. Okay, so currently, so here this is the runway. This is close to both terminals. This is where they taxi. I don't see many Air Canada planes. However, I do see here Air France and KLM at Terminal 3. They're members of the SkyTeam Alliance. And okay, so KLM is pulling away from the gate. So KLM to Amsterdam. Let's see. When my when the train here, okay, so 2 hours and 41 minutes, oh sorry, 2 minutes 41 seconds my train will arrive. Okay, so I'll resume the video then. So boarding the train. Have a view here of Terminal 3. So once again, like at most airports these days, this is an automated train, and here is the Express to Union. It's not automated. Directly connected to Terminal 3. So for people who are watching this video from outside of Canada, so I don't know, like if you've noticed, there are signs and announcements in both English and French. So in case you don't know, so Canada has 2 official languages, English and French. And at airports, train stations, and other places, it is required to do announcements in both languages. So this is Sheraton Hotel entrance. And I am heading to Terminal 3. And this is the departures level here. Okay. Okay. So a bit of traffic here. So arrivals level below. So currently more cars here than a Terminal 3, a Terminal 1 arrivals area. So here, right in front of the Terminal 3 departures, okay, and this is a big contrast. Most flights are on time. So Air Canada is the largest airline in Canada, and you also have WestJet, a Canadian airline that flies across Canada, the US, and also several international destinations. And here, right in front of Porter Airlines, which is a Canadian airline, it's mostly for short-haul domestic flights. Montreal, Thunder Bay, Halifax, as well as nearby cities to the US, Chicago, New York, Boston. And it operates most of its flights out of the Billy Bishop Island Airport in downtown Toronto. And here, walking over to the WestJet check-in. All right, and down at that end is where U.S. airlines like Delta and American have their ticket counters. And I did a video here in February when the Delta Airlines flight from Minneapolis skidded off a runway. It was the runway was covered in ice. Fortunately, everyone survived. So please check out that video. Okay, so not much going on at that end. So I will just here walk outside to see if there are any Air Canada flight attendants that are picketing at this terminal. So when I was here on Monday at the airport filming the silent protest at Terminal 1, they said that there were a few people, Air Canada flight attendants here as well. Okay, I do not see anyone here. Okay, so that's it for today from Pearson Airport. This is the first day of the strike, so hopefully it can be resolved soon. So, hope you like this video. Thank you so much for watching, and please like and subscribe.